Run DMC anymore, so you got to make money, right? However, it's kind of hard to believe. It's kind of hard to believe all that when you get $1 million deal for Virgin for your current act. I don't know, but the final answer, it's a dude named Tenard who's in jail for 17 years. He's definitely one of the two guys, and the other guy's probably a rapper by the name of Lil L-I-L. Yeah.
It sounds better when you're drunk.
Everything that is phonetic sounds better when you're drunk in your own head. At the same time those fights were happening, by the way, highly recommend Netflix. There you go. Dillian Whyte takes on Dereck Chisora for the interim WBC eliminator. I'm the number 3 boxer in the world fight. I guess that's what you call it, right? I'm number 3. This is the I'm number 3 fight.
Yeah, you can say that. You can say top 5. I mean, they're all there. Because you got Baby Miller there too. I don't know
who is Baby
Whyte
Miller fought to be considered.
Well, you can say the same about Dillian Whyte. He fought last night. He fought a guy with fucking 8 losses. 8 losses.
It doesn't matter.
Come on now.
It's the position you win with the WBC.
Now we're gonna land behind.
Sure, why
we're
not?
gonna stand behind the
Sure,
WBC
why
today. No, I'm just saying. You're right. You didn't give it top 3, but it was a good
All right,
fight.
Dillian Whyte knocks out Dereck Chisora in a remarkably weird fight. I don't know how else to describe it. I will give you my feelings. I'm not going to read the article because I watched it in real time with all the guys, right? So, again, this is why boxing is all fucked up, right? Why am I watching 2 fights real time in the same country, 4 hours apart? Not even that. They were like 80 miles apart or something crazy, Andrew. I mean, literally, they were a couple hundred miles apart.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, just say that boxing's on a rise right now. That's why there are so many fights on at the same time. Listen, the NFL, the NBA, the NCAA, Major League Baseball, they all do the same shit. We don't complain about, I can't see both games. So I like that boxing has so many matchups.
I don't, because I had to watch them all at the same time. So I watched real time with Kelly King and Hosel till I think he had a child meltdown. So I will give you their feedback on each round. And apparently they agreed with my scoring. So coming right out of the gate, round number 1, Chisora makes the opening statement. And I would safely say, Andrew, the first 4 rounds were very, very, very Chisora-like, right? I mean, I don't know. Okay. Round 3, I had it scored 2-1, giving 1 to Dillian Whyte where he actually showed up. But it wasn't that close. How were you in about the first 4 rounds? The reason I'm telling you this, yes, the fight ends in a knockout. Yes, it was a tremendous knockout. But this is the story of literally a guy. I see this as a story. Dereck Chisora got in the ring and came in and put on a tremendous first 4 or 5 rounds. Like, he's physically in this fight, Andrew. And he's making his presence known. It's not a replay of the same fight, right? After 5 rounds, I've got it scored 4-1. And my feeling is Dillian Whyte's just looking for a way to slow this really much stronger guy down. Are you feeling that?
No, I thought Dillian Whyte had a game plan and he stuck to it. And that's what I was really impressed with him last night. He knew Chisora was going to come in for the kill. The guy had been saying it the whole build-up. You see how he's acting in the press conferences. He didn't let us down in round 1. He comes across that ring and just starts going to work. The problem was he kept walking into flush punches. Jabs, right hands, hooks, taking them all off the chin. Now, he might have been winning on aggression and output, but when you looked at the damage that was being done in the early rounds, it was only coming from Dillian Whyte. The serious punches that were actually making the legs wobble were coming from Whyte landing on Chisora. I rarely seen Chisora actually land a decent punch on Dillian that made him hold on while he was a little stunned. I didn't catch that. So yes, it was Chisora was winning on the close rounds because he was just aggressive and punching more. But I seen the breakdown happening. You can see that Dillian Whyte was going to build something to put on a fight here, bring it on late, and that's ultimately what happened. Chisora was just taking punches after punches for 11 rounds, constantly coming forward. It's going to wear on you. You got to be. He's 34 years old. And let me tell you, it was the best I've ever seen Chisora look, and that makes me question him coming into the fight if his sample A and sample B are actually going to pass. But it was the best shape he was in, and he still didn't have enough to pull out the victory. 34 years of age. Yeah, I don't know where he's at right now. I'll also say he doesn't do good in rematches. Tyson Fury, decision first fight, TKO'd in the second fight, and this one it happens again, and everyone thought it was the best Chisora they had seen coming into a fight. Dillian Whyte, his marketability has went up since he fought Joshua the first time. I don't know if that style is going to have any more success against Joshua than what he did the first time.
He's not. He's literally
too much
not.
Standing around.
These guys are light years bags away from literally the top. The real top three fighters right now are Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, and of course Deontay Wilder. I got to give the man his props.
Yeah.
And the question is, can Dillian Whyte be in the mix with all that? Dillian Whyte's a stopgap.
You can't,
because Tyson Fury might be fighting Deontay Wilder. But we'll get to that in a minute with the Breazeale fight.
Yeah, he's not.
He's going to fight Breazeale. It's obvious.
Yeah. And Joshua's fighting Wyatt. Joshua said it last night. Joshua said if he doesn't get Wilder, he didn't even bring up Fury's name.
By the way, why would he? That's...
Well, whatever. I thought Joshua... Listen, I was behind this guy for a long time. He fought Klitschko at 19 fights. So I didn't think Joshua was nervous about stepping in the ring with anyone. But last night, he didn't even bring up Tyson Fury's name. He just says he wants to fight Wilder, and if I can't fight Wilder, then I'm fighting Dillian Whyte, and I'm not fighting Baby Miller. So yeah, it does not look like Fury Wilder 2 is happening, and it also doesn't look like Joshua is stepping in the ring with either guy. Look for Joshua to fight Dillian Whyte, and look for Wilder to fight Breazeale. Now, the Dillian Whyte thing, the reason why I said he won't have no success, if you guys watch the fight, there's no head movement by Whyte. He's puts up his guard.
A punching bag. He's one-dimensional. Yeah. And I would say this to everybody, definitely go watch it on Showtime or Showtime On Demand. But the reason I'm kind of googly about this whole fight, I mean, there's a turning point in the fight, and that's in round 8 when Chisora loses points for low blows. And literally from a scoring standpoint, if you watch your scorecard, go ahead and score it however you want. From that point forward, the fight literally flip-flops over to Dillian Whyte. And from that point forward, and that's at that point at round 8, I said to everybody, because I'm scoring it along with Hosel and I'm scoring it along with Kelly King. We're all kind of seeing it the same, right? It's a close fight. But it's kind of Chisora should be leading on the scorecards up to 8 on some level. Once the point deduction, then Whyte takes the next round. Now you're getting ready for the sicky thicky thump, right? That dude, he throws a punch that was literally, right? In round 10, that I rarely do you see a guy turned and fall into the ropes and out where he's propped up. That's how hard a punch it is. I mean, it is literally that much of an epic out of his shoes, soul-stealing shot. If you have not seen it, there is a copy of it at fightnetradio.com. On the top,
we're talking Chisora Whyte,
yeah,
right?
Dillian Whyte. I mean, the punch. That's a tremendous left hook.
Left hook, yeah. It was
I mean,
left hook.
It's a soul crusher.
Yep.
And it's
and if you And if Chisora was, if this is the best shape of his life, yeah, that is a soul. That does take your soul right there, because you go into that fight thinking I've never been any better. I've taken this fight serious, and then you get knocked out that way.
And the comment that I made, that's the end of Dereck Chisora. Where's he go? Like, that's literally the end of his career, Andrew. Future.
I believe Chisora will get one more fight with our baby boy Miller over there in New York on DAZN at some point. Look, the guy's fought in everyone, so why not have him fight Miller? Miller's not getting Joshua, so Eddie Hearn needs to stretch Miller's career out a little. Don't be surprised when you see Miller versus Chisora here in the States coming soon.
Which takes us to our next fight. I get a 1 hour break, so I go and watch the dramatic ending to the Titans versus Redskins game, and I think I also watched Bitchin' Rides. I'm into car rehab shows right now, Andrew. Apparently, in my mind, I need a custom street rod. I don't. I'm not that guy. That would make me really white to have like a car show street rod. They don't look like they drive that well to me.
But also really old.
Yeah, right? You got to be like the old white guy with that car.
Yeah.
Right, with like an In-N-Out T-shirt on. Yeah. Yeah. No. That's no. I digress. That takes us to 5 o'clock, which switches us over to the Fox channel. 8 o'clock on the East Coast, and I think that means 11 p.m. In the first part of the UK. Fox TV, the new generation of boxing. So they reintroduce the PBC with Jamie motherfucking Foxx, who's telling me that I'm watching the new era of boxing again. We have a brand new partnership with the PBC, and you're not going to get screwed over, and you're going to see the best fights. Then why are you premiering with this card, right? I don't want to be a dick, because the night was really interesting, and it turned out really interesting, but it's not because it should have been interesting. Does that make sense? Did I explain that correctly?
Yeah.
The card as it stands, if you were asking me to spend money on it, I wouldn't have spent money on it. Like, if this was, right? Hey, Lee, here's 2 tickets to go to the Charger game. Hey, Lee, here's 2 tickets to go see Charlo. Let's be honest. I'm going to the Charger game. Am I wrong in my assessment?
No, that's your opinion.
Andrew, I
believe you would have done that.
Wait, hold on.
Come on.
Let's see where you stand on this. 2 tickets to see the Raiders versus the Patriots.
I'm not going to the. I don't go to the Raider games right now. Are you talking when we're good?
Yeah, whatever.
12-4, because your Chargers are 12-4, aren't they? So that's why you want to go see them. If
I'm in the playoffs. Yes, for the first time in 47 years.
Yeah. So if your team is 1-12, no, I'm definitely going to the boxing.
You would go to this fight anyway.
If the of course I would. Lee, I don't not like you. I kind of like the sport. I don't walk around going, I'm not even a boxing fan. Like, that's not me. So yes, I would go to the fight. No, I didn't say
I'm not a boxing fan. I don't love boxing enough to watch 12 hours of it. Good Lord, dude, that's a lot of mother.
I have so many sound bites of you saying I'm not even a fan.
I didn't say I'm not a fan. I just said I don't love boxing this. Like, it's a lot of dude, I had 2 TVs going. I can't even remember the last time I had 2 TVs going watching boxing.
No, you're right.
That is some hardcore shit, bro. Bad. When have you known me to be hardcore about boxing that way? I'm the guy who orders a $100 steak dinner to watch my fight. So don't get me wrong. When I go to Vegas, I do it up and I do it right, but that's some pretty epic, crazy shit.
Yeah. No,
and I went all the way last week. And by the way, make no mistake, I watched every minute of every fight that was televised on ESPN Plus, Showtime, even that beginning propaganda shit about Deontay Wilder that they did on Showtime again. And then I sat through all of the Fox card as well. And my first comment, as we now discuss the Fox card, how many awful fights are there being televised? It's true. Those 3 fights are shit on the surface, right?